Hi, I'm Sam with AFCR, and I'm going to be showing you how to work your food trailer. First thing you want to check out is the sink. The sink works off a pressurized pump that's automatic. When I turn the water on, it turns itself on. You hear it running. I turn it off, it senses the pressure decrease, and it turns itself off. Same for the hot water, and off. Totally normal. Over here is your hot water heater. This mark right here is at about 80%, and that's where you always want to run it. Now, an hour and a half before your inspection, you want to turn it up all the way. But after your inspection and daily use, you're going to want to turn it back to 80%. Below is your GFI, and that's for your water pump and your hot water heater. In the event you see a red light, that means that this has been tripped, and you need to leave the switch on and reset your GFI. Down here is where the real magic happens. You've got all your levers to make your water go in and out and everywhere. This is lever 1, lever 2, lever 3, and lever 4. In reverse, lever 4 is for draining the system. If you're going to have maintenance done, or you're going to have freezing temperature and you need to drain all the water out of the system, you're going to open up lever 4. When your lever is in line with the pipe, that means the water is going to flow. Like this, and it stopped. Going to lever 3, that's for your water pump. Your water pump's open there. The water's coming from your tank, going directly to your pump and to the rest of your sinks. Now, lever 2 is for what we call city water. If you're going to use city water in the event that your water pump breaks, or you're just wanting to use city water because you don't want to use your water pump, you're going to close the water supply off to your water pump, and you're going to open up 2, and that's going to let the water flow from your hose from the outside in the system. Lever 1 is what fills your tank with fresh water from the outside. So you turn it on like that, and then you fill your tank 3/4 of the way. About the last rib right there is full for this. This is your overflow. If for some reason you leave your tank filling and you're not looking at it, the flow will come out of here and onto the ground. But you'd never do that, would you? When you're done filling your tank, you're going to close your valve and operate as usual. Over here, this is your hand sink. Hot and cold water. Over here is your indirect drain. This is one of the most important things to remember. This is the indirect drain, and if you use your water and you don't empty it out of the gray water, it's going to back up through there and flood your cart, and you don't want to do that. When you fill your tank up 2 times, 3/4 of the way, that's max capacity for your gray water tank down below, and you're going to want to discharge your gray water, or else you get a real rude awakening right here. Here's the switch for your hood fan. You turn that on, and the wind will start. Make sure that you have one of your vents open, a window, or the door. Now, people have been trapped inside the car before. Turn on the hood fan, having no vents on, and this door becomes impossible to open because the suction is so great. That being said, don't get trapped inside. Over here is all your switches, your interior lights, exterior lights, switch for your water pump, and your external GFI. That's the plug outside, and I'll tell you about that later. And here is your fire extinguishers. Here's your main power hookup for your electricity. Your plug goes up in there. Over here's your breaker box. These little red locks. Undo that. Push this up, pull that down. And in here you'll find all your breakers. They're all labeled. If you have any problems inside with anything, always come out here and check your breakers. Here's your gas line inlet. Whatever service you use to hook your propane up to this, you'll feed your cart. This is your inlet for your gas line for natural gas or propane, either one. This is the freshwater inlet where you hook up your potable water hose. Just like any other hose in the world, you just attach it. This comes off. Tighten your hose on there. Put your fresh water in. That's all there is to that. Over here is your gray water discharge. Now, you slide this open like that, pulls the gate, the water comes out. Depending on what pod you're at, you're going to use a 3-inch slinky hose for a gravity feed, or if you're using a pump, you use this, and this is just a hose too. Over here is your GFI plug. You'll find it underneath. Just a weatherproof plug that you use to plug in things like your external pump for your gray water or Christmas lights or whatever you like. The keys to the castle. And you're gonna have 4 different keys. The silver key is the house key. It works your doorknob. These big brass keys are for security. They work what's called your puck locks. Now the puck locks are special. They work one lock. You have 2 locks, you have 2 keys. Take your lock, slide it over there, pull it up in there, turn it, pull it down. Now you're safe and secure. Open, pull it down, pull it back off. And the 4th key, the small one, fits all the little red locks. The ones you'll find on here, on your breaker box, and anything else that has a red lock on it. Now these awnings are held up by gas charge struts, just like the shocks that you find on the hood of your car, except for this is a lot lighter than the hood of your car. So always have your hand on your awning when you're letting it up, or else it might catch you in the face. The tray table opens up like this, locks into place. And then to contract it, you just push it up. This goes back down. If you want to close your arm, push it back down. Put your locks back on. Easy, easy. Folks, that's the basics of your AFC food cart. But if you have any other questions, call us at 971-529-7144.